Welcome to the third and final part of this first episode of the Nintendo Pipeline podcast. Available alongside this third part will be a full uncut version of this episode. In this section, we talked about some recent leaks and rumors, though as this episode was recorded on March 16th, some of this information is a bit out of date. Specifically, just a few days after recording, Bloomberg put out a report suggesting that the Switch Pro could have DLSS support. I hope that you've enjoyed this longer than planned first episode and are looking forward to the shorter episodes that will follow.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I just wanted to talk a little bit. We'd like to do kind of a leak zone sort of segment here.
Yeah,
There are obviously always tons of rumors and then insider
there's a lot to
info
talk
and
about right now.
yeah, there's a lot going on. So I broke it down. Um, but the biggest thing, I would say the two biggest things. We'll start with the biggest one, which is there's a Switch Pro or whatever, um, and you know there's been all kinds of rumors about, Bloomberg reported there's OLED screen on a revision. It has 4K. There's other people who are saying it has DLSS functionality. Some people are talking about, maybe it's more of a successor versus a souped up version. Um, what did you guys, obviously, and I'll say this from the start. Nothing that we're talking about here is like, oh, like, we know something or whatever. We're just
Mhm.
talking about what people have shared.
Yeah,
And and
there's
that
been
may
so many. There's
that
been so many people talking about it that like,
I
yeah.
I notoriously know less than the average person. There was an old joke on Era that everyone on the site is an insider except for Raccoon.
Yeah. That's
Um,
true, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, little known fact for lurkers and journalists is every single person besides me has insider knowledge of Nintendo specifically.
Yeah, everyone's dad
Um,
works at Nintendo except for yours. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah, it's a
yeah,
shame.
so I guess what do you guys think of the Switch Pro, quote unquote Switch Pro stuff you've heard so far? What do you think is likely, etc.? I guess we'll start with Barry since he doesn't know anything.
Long have I extolled about the non existence of the Switch Pro, with no basis, just because. At this point, it's undeniable that it's real. I think that the smart thing for the average person to do is to listen to Bloomberg. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, that's such an unsatisfying thing to say in a podcast, but like, in general, once you get like real, actual journalists, professionals saying that something's legit, like 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 big boys.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, yeah, maybe this isn't gonna be, you know, because like forum teases are nice and they're cool and it's been a big cultural thing on Era in particular, um, but they are just meant to be fun at the end of the day, um, and that's by design. Nobody's sharing their heavy hitting journalistic scoops on Purple website.
Yeah.
Like or they shouldn't be. If they are, it usually turns out poorly for them. Um,
Yeah.
so so now that it's kind of become a mainstream thing, even I, in my baseless pessimism, cannot deny it any longer. Um, what I have seen a lot is people saying that they have no reason to replace the controllers, and that upsets me greatly.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
You and I have talked about this a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
just livid, absolutely livid at the
There's no
assertion that
reason to
Nintendo.
do anything with
There's no
those.
reason to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo has no incentive to fix something they're being sued over.
Yeah.
People unironically saying that to me.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
I hope they're not right because that will upset me.
Yeah,
Um,
that I mean, to me, the thing that I'm most interested in is not like spec stuff or if stuff is enhanced or whatever, but I'm just curious if they're going to have a revision of the Joy Cons to go with this thing. Whether it's a silent revision or there's something more significant on it, but mostly, are we gonna get a actual solution to the drift issues, because it's pretty undeniable that a lot of people have experienced it. What about you, Jared, on that topic?
Yeah, I guess the Joy-Cons thing aside, obviously I would like to see new, at least just like drift-resistant Joy-Cons. No, but overall, I think the Pro is it's exciting. So like I've heard it's like, I guess what Bloomberg and other people are saying is like it's about like as powerful as like Xbox One S.
Yeah,
but with
I've
the
heard
DLSS
that.
stuff, and like I think that's powerful enough to run still like most current gen games at like a solid like 30 frames a second.
Who's saying Xbox One S? That's pretty good.
That's what I've read.
We've
One S.
Yeah.
One shit.
One,
Okay.
Yeah, not X.
Not X.
One
No.
S. Okay.
Yeah, no Xbox Series
Microsoft.
X. Yeah, you know, I've heard that speculation as well, and to me, I agree with you. That sounds nice.
Just like getting some more third party support on there, and getting like Nintendo first party games at 60 frames a second, 1080p.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I think would be great, and I would definitely buy one if they, especially if
Yeah.
they enhance like older games like Breath of the Wild, and I think people had problems with like Xenoblade handheld looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a performance update for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
Oh yeah, that's fair
Bowser's
enough.
Fury handheld.
Bowser's Fury handheld. Yeah, that's technically true, right?
Yeah.
It runs at
Oh
30
yeah, it's
in
30.
handheld.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
So bizarre.
I didn't mind it, but it was weird.
Yeah, I didn't really mind it
It's
either.
just weird.
I played the
Yeah,
whole
like-
game in handheld. I was kind of like, all right, whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Certain
Yeah.
I played most of it handheld too. Certain games just like bother me in 30 more than others.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Breath of the Wild definitely I would have preferred 60.
Oh, Animal Crossing in 60.
Yeah, Animal Crossing was a weird one.
I would do anything
Yeah.
for Animal Crossing in 60.
Honestly?
It doesn't matter really, but
Yeah.
like
It just makes it
Animal
feel
Crossing
smoother.
just feels better. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a game that's so about like immersion and stuff and how it looks, especially now. You know, New Horizons, the biggest thing it has going for it is how it looks. And like if we can get that at 60, it'll be
Yeah, that'd be great.
really, yeah.
Make it happen, Nintendo.
Yeah, make it happen.
All
What are you
right.
waiting
Well,
for?
before we go on an Animal Crossing tirade,
Yeah. Sorry for that.
The only other thing I'd like to touch on for a minute here is so there's anniversaries this year, and there are rumors for how Nintendo will be celebrating the Zelda anniversary, and there are rumors that they may even be celebrating the Metroid anniversary this time. So I'm kind of curious.
What? I don't believe it.
I'm kind of curious what you guys
Metroid?
think about that.
What's
I don't
that?
know. I don't know what it is either. But yeah, I'll start with Jared. What are you hoping for in terms of the anniversaries and in terms of the rumored stuff that may or may not exist?
I feel like the most likely, with the amount of Wii U ports on Switch, is the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and like, I really hope they sell them in one pack.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay $60 for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess each.
I do.
Yeah, I was about to say, Raccoon says to me last night, he's like, I think they should like maybe hold on to Wind Waker and put it out for 60, and I was like, no, please don't.
Yeah,
Listen. I would rather pay $60 for just Wind Waker than $30 being wasted for Twilight Princess. I don't want Twilight Princess on my Switch. It's disgusting.
You know what? I don't blame you. I get it. I get the feeling, but also, yeah.
Free game? Ew.
Yeah.
gross.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I want to play Twilight
Not if
Princess
it's
again,
ugly.
and then I might play Wind Waker eventually.
Oof.
Wind Waker. I haven't played much Zelda. That kind of like taints my discussion of Zelda Anniversary.
So maybe you would
'Cause
like to
I
have
have-
the Ocarina of Time collection.
Yeah, I've never played Ocarina of Time. I've never played Majora's Mask. I've never played Twilight Princess, as I shit on it. I've never played Skyward Sword.
Wait, you haven't played Twilight?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. Play it.
I have played Wind Waker, though. I'd gladly pay $60 for something I've played before, but I refuse for something new. Only Zeldas I've played are Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, a little bit of A Link to the Past, and like a little of the original and like like you NSO stuff,
Yeah.
just dabble.
Right.
If you like
The-
Wind Waker, you'll probably like the other 3D Zelda games. Like, they're
I
not
Wind
that
Waker
different.
Okay. I'm not super into the and this is gonna start a whole conversation when I get into it. I don't mean to, but like some of the Zelda-y structure things, like the puzzles and the classic,
Right.
like you hit a thing 3 times to open a door.
Yeah.
Like I liked Wind Waker in spite of those things, not really because of it.
I think you might like the Wind Waker puzzles. I found pretty weak. Like, I don't want to go on for Wind Waker too
Okay.
long, but I think the dungeons in there are kind of like boring. I think the Ocarina of Time and like Twilight Princess puzzles and dungeons are a lot stronger. So I would definitely give them a try.
Yeah, before we go off on a Zelda tirade
Yeah,
here, because
let's
it's
pivot
very
back.
easy
Sorry.
to.
It's
very
So
easy.
yeah, there's the very long rumored Wind Waker plus Twilight Princess, double pack. I feel like
Stupid.
for that one, there's a lot of smoke with that one.
Yeah.
And once
No, I believe it
you
at
get
this
to a
point.
point where there's that much smoke, I feel like it's a pretty real possibility. There was another one that was rumored recently, which was an Ocarina of Time plus Majora's Mask collection, and
Oh, I'm so out of touch. Who was saying Ocarina of Time?
I don't remember.
I think you told me already.
Yeah, I don't even remember. It was just like I've seen it pop up in multiple places now.
Okay. Interesting.
I would like that, but I don't think you can sell both of those together for 60 unless they're the 3DS version.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope they're at least. I would hope Ocarina of Time in particular is based on the 3DS version.
I think Nintendo could sell one N64 ROM for $60, and I think it would sell if it were just Ocarina of Time for $60.
It would need
I think
it would
they
need
could
more
do it.
enhancements. Like,
No.
no.
They could do it.
All right.
If they said it was available for a week,
I'll buy it.
okay? Hear me out. They were like, this is the last time you will ever be able to play Ocarina of Time, your favorite game from childhood, everyone. It's available for one more week, and it's $60. It comes in a cartridge. The box art is ugly. It has like a word art logo.
It's got a
But
player's
it's available
choice
for a week.
Player's choice logo on it.
It has a completely different like
Only on
branding scheme.
Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
You would. You absolutely
So-
would. If they said this is the last time we're selling Ocarina
Okay.
of Time, I don't care. It's obviously bullshit.
Okay,
But like, I'd be
but-
scared. What if they're not?
but-
What if they're telling the
But
truth?
one, I have Ocarina of Time on other things already, and two, I hate Ocarina of Time. So that's where I'm
okay.
gonna stop myself right
See,
there.
for me and my fellow Zoomers, like, oh shit, we got to get this game before it's $100, or we have to pirate it. So like, I would pay $60 for Ocarina of Time if it was available for 1 week.
Oh my god. All right. Well, anyway, the other big
Metroid.
thing here is, well, yes, right before Metroid 2, just wanted to make a quick mention. There is a big Zelda game coming. It's Breath of the Wild 2, and people are not really
Triforce
sure.
Heroes 2.
Yeah. I don't know how we feel if it's gonna make it for 2021 or if it's gonna slip to next year.
I believe I'm a believer.
You're a believer?
There's someone on Purple website who has very vehemently declared that it is coming in September 2022.
Is it you?
And I
Oh, okay.
no,
Okay.
no, and like even I don't have the gall, the audacity to say such a bold belief. Like if I believed that, I would keep it to myself, and it would keep me up at night. I don't know how people say such like horribly negative predictions so confidently.
Yeah.
Like I'm envious, honestly. Like the people who say Nintendo will never fix the Joy-Cons and don't care. Like that belief doesn't faze them at all.
That's some energy.
That shakes me to my core.
That's some energy.
If I believed it as surely as they did that like Nintendo doesn't care at all about the controllers, like it would keep me up at night. I wouldn't. It would fundamentally like change my perspective. My worldview would be altered by Joy-Con drift.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna steer back here. So yeah, Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid.
So there's
finally,
rumors
sorry.
of Prime Trilogy finally surfacing, and some kind of 2D Metroid, possibly Metroid 5. What do you guys think about those? We'll start with Barry.
Yeah, I like Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think Metroid is neat. Metroid 5 would be awesome. It's so obviously going to be Mercury Steam if it exists, right? Like,
Yeah.
nobody else would make it. They wouldn't do it internally, unfortunately, as cool as I think that would be. Um, Mercury Steam it is.
Yeah.
People like Samus Returns, from my understanding. It's the 3DS Samus 2
Yeah.
port.
It's pretty solid.
Samus 2, Metroid 2. So that'll be neat. And kind of bookends here, we mentioned how Miitopia sort of gives us a new insight as to 3DS. I think it was Jared that said like 3DS ports are a thing now.
Right.
Samus Returns is another 2017 3DS game that would be a great candidate someday. If that happens instead of Metroid 5, I'm going to scream. But like in general, I think it would be great. And Prime Trilogy, I've been waiting for 3 years, and like I'm not gonna believe it until it's in my hands. Now, I'm not gonna believe it until it's in my Switch and I'm playing it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair. Jared?
Yeah, I didn't play Metroid 2 Samus Returns.
Wow.
I would definitely be down. I wanted to. It came at a bad time. But I would like to play Metroid 5. I don't know if I care that much about Metroid Prime Trilogy. Just because I have all those games. And I got the trilogy on the Wii U. If our listeners know about that console.
Yeah, that very niche console that no one ever heard of, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I have like enough passion to replay those right now. Or play 2 and 3 for the first time when I already own them.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
And of course, Prime 4 is coming at some point. I'm just going to say some point. I kind of feel similarly on Prime Trilogy. I think it would be cool if it does make it. It's convenient. It would be nice to have those available. I'm not particularly like, oh man, I can't wait to buy Prime Trilogy on Switch if it exists, because it's not like I don't own all 3 of those games originally and then Prime Trilogy on Wii again.
Yeah. And it's not like they're like an older they're not like a Mario 64 or like an Ocarina of Time, like an N64 game where they're a little crusty. Like they're GameCube games. They look good. You got to play them 480p. That's like HD.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Progressive scan.
well, I was gonna say like Dolphin games look great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't really need to remake GameCube games. I mean, you do if you want them to look completely modern, but like, a GameCube game can look nice, just up-resed. Like we saw with Sunshine. Sunshine didn't have excuse me. Did Sunshine have new textures?
No, they didn't change anything.
Yeah, there wasn't any new texture work for Sunshine.
Yeah,
I know there were like a couple for 64, but not that I know of for Sunshine.
Yeah. Sunshine looks great though.
Yeah, too bad it plays like crap.
16 by 9.
Kidding.
Yeah. 16 by 9 and up-res. I think that'll be good. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the one I'm most interested in is, please let there be a new 2D Metroid. Please don't be a remake. Please be Metroid 5.
Oh my god, if they remake Super Metroid a year after I play it for the first time.
Yeah, that was a rumor too. It was like, at one point I was like, but they're doing a remake of Super Metroid. That is the game, I think that is one of the games that least needs a remake ever.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I played it in like 2019 into 2020. I played it for a long, long time. That is a game you need to play in a short period that I played over the course of a year. It took me a year because I didn't play it in a weekend.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, and it felt like it's better than other new games I played in that time.
Yeah,
The atmosphere is better than other new games in that time.
Yeah, like I understood for Metroid 2, even
definitely.
even with that one, I was like, I really don't need a remake of a Metroid game. Just give me a new one. It's kind of how I felt about it's very much how I felt about Link's Awakening as well. Like, I don't need a remake of a Zelda game. Just give me a new 2D Zelda or top-down Zelda or whatever.
I think Link's Awakening also holds up better than Samus 2 even. Like,
yeah, I think
just like that game's still fun.
Yeah, personally, I mean, for me personally, I'm one of those weird people who really likes Metroid 1 and 2, and I also really like Zelda 1 and 2 and, regular Link's Awakening and stuff, but I think generally people tend to like Link's Awakening now more than they like original Metroid 2 now. Like if you just in the general conversation of things.
Definitely.
Link's Awakening had a DX version.
Yep.
Right?
It did.
Is that Game Boy Color or Advance?
Yes.
It's
Game Boy
Color.
Color.
Yeah.
It's one of the black cartridges that works on both
Yeah.
the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
so it's like a remake of a remake, I guess technically, if you want. I mean, whatever. But yeah. So anyway, well, I think we've spent enough time talking about stuff today. First off, just want to thank all of you for listening. We're definitely very curious to hear your feedback, what you thought of today's discussions, if you agree with us, if you hate us now. If you guys have any questions, please, send them off. Maybe we can do something in the future with that. For now, the last thing I'd like to do is any last words from you two. We'll start with Jared.
What? Whoa.
Well, no, okay.
Hey.
Last words for this episode. Is there anything that you want to say, Jared?
Yeah, just thank you for listening, and stay tuned. #.
Yes.
Oh man, ominous. And you, Barry?
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. We had fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Had a good time.
Yeah. Good times.
Good time all around.
All right.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, yeah.
Now, Clayton, say the catchphrase that brings us home.
Oh God, I got nothing. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening. That's gonna be it for us this time. But hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
As we say in Nintendo Nation, Mamma Mia.
I despise you with every fiber of my being. This whole thing is canceled.
Welcome
now.
back, Nintendo gamers.
Is this when we sing that Fortnite song that's been going around?
Don't forget to smash that bell.
All right. Anyway, I've been CMM1215, and you guys can say your thing too.
I'm Raccoon.
And I'm Jared, and also known as One Up Muffin. Check me out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. See you
Have a
next
good
time.
one.